Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogers Reports. I'm your host with the most, you can call me Rogers, and today we're going to be talking about a player that I actually put in my dream Aston Villa transfer window because we have officially been linked with JOHAN Bakayoko from PSV Eindhoven, apparently available for a little bit of a cut price deal this summer. Could be around 20 to 30 million euros for the 22-year-old, and I'm going to say it right now, pace phenom. He is an absolutely fantastic player for me. Very similar to the likes of Jeremy Doku. I think with maybe a little bit of a better finishing product in front of goal in terms of goals, especially. So we're going to be looking at him today, breaking down his stats in his league, looking through his stats in a little bit more detail, comparing him to Europe's top 5 leagues, and then watching a video of him as well. So if you are enjoying the content, leave a like, subscribe down below with notifications on. Let's have a look at who could possibly be our direct Leon Bailey replacement. And here he is, 22 years of age, a market value of 48 million, but apparently, like I say, the deal could be quite cut price. Now, we were interested in him before. I think it might have been last summer. 22 years old, like I say, from Belgium, plays on the right-hand side of midfield, the exact position that Aston Villa are desperately after in this transfer window. This season in Eredivisie, not the best season. He has had better seasons in the past, but still, from 1,500 minutes played, 30 games but only 17 matches started, he managed to get himself 9 goals and an assist. If we go across to his seasons here on the right hand side, you'll see overall this season in the Champions League, did manage to get 2 goals and an assist in the Super Cup, and a goal in the KNVB Cup. Last season again was a lot better season for him, 12 goals and 9 assists in the Eredivisie. 5 assists and a goal in the Champions League for PSV Eindhoven, where he has been playing consistently now for the last 3 years. Like I say, only 22 years of age, and only just turned 22 a couple of months ago, so still a very young player. 16 games, a goal and 2 assists for the Belgian. Actually, to be fair, that's just this season. So 18 games in total for the Belgian national team as well, so a fully fledged international. So we'll look at his stats this season. Now, bearing in mind again, we are going to go through the per 90s against Europe's top 5 leagues. This is just against Eredivisie players in his position, so on the right wing and the right midfield sort of position. 9 goals puts him, where are we, top 8th percentile for his position, and bear in mind he only started 17 games this season. Didn't score any penalties, not a penalty taker, that's fine. Hopefully we're going to bring in a penalty taker in a different position this season, but the shots on target puts him in the top 4th percentile, so he's not afraid to have a shot. Should have had more assists, right? He only got 1 assist, which you'd look at and think for a winger, probably want that to be a little bit better, but he did actually have an expected assist of 4.77, so God knows who PSV's striker is. I think it might be De Jong. Maybe they need to pull their finger out a little bit more when Johan's giving you the ball, but 25.6% pass accuracy, a 68.2% long ball accuracy, and a 23.3% cross accuracy, but 21 successful crosses. So that's what, top 15th percentile again. Didn't play that many minutes. 23% I'm happy with. Leon Bailey's cross accuracy last season was something in and around the 10% zone, just to give you an idea. Matty Cash was in the 10% zone. I think Rogers was in the 14% kind of area, so I want it to be closer to 30. 23 is a start, and he's putting a lot in, which is absolutely fine. 47 successful dribbles puts him in the top 10th percentile in the Eredivisie last season. Completes about 50% of them. And then defensively, won 73% of his tackles. But again, he's not going to be a defensive player. But if we look at his per 90s, again, didn't play that many minutes last season. You'll see his successful crosses per 90, top 20th percentile. Chances created per 90, top 20th percentile. All the shooting stats and sort of goal stats are very good. Successful dribbles per 90, top 10th percentile. He is an absolute phenom, an absolute beast in the Eredivisie. But how does that compare or translate to players in Europe's top 5 leagues? Let's find out. And as you can see, if I pop it up there and skirt myself out the way, nearly fell over on my chair, it's pretty goddamn good. His per 90s, this is against attackers and midfielders over the last 365 days. His non-penalty goals per 90 puts him in the top 2% of players across Europe's top 5 leagues in those positions. His shots total puts him in the top 4th percentile. Yep, the assists are very low. He's going to have to work on that, but we've seen the season before last, he can get a lot of assists. It's just last season, it didn't work out for him in either which way. But The expected assists, top 20th percentile. So you compare the two, his non-penalty XG and his expected assists, puts him in the top 8th percentile of those players across Europe's top 5 leagues. Pass completion in the top 10th percentile. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt of the extra 1%. And this is where I say that we need that direct winger. When Leon Bailey wasn't on it last season, we struggled, for that directness, that pace down our wing. Well, my God, does Bakayoko offer it and then some. The top 1% of players for progressive carries per 97.41. Successful take-ons, top 6th percentile. And progressive passes received, top 1st percentile as well. He gets the ball, he turns, he's powerful, he dribbles, he goes, and he gets the team up the pitch. Absolutely fantastic. In terms of players that he is similar to, flop it up on the scene there. Bertrand Traore, we all know very, very well. Mana Solomon, Estavio Willian from Palmeiras, who's signed for Chelsea, I believe, and is tearing it up in the Club World Cup, that fast of a competition. Willy Janotto from Leeds, Noah Lang, Igor Paxiao, who we're going to be talking about as well. So some very good players on that list. But I think we need to have a look at Bakayoko in action. So let's switch over to a YouTube highlight reel because we love it. And here we go, thanks to SVFM for the video here. You can see him dribbling on the edge of the box. And I mean, a pretty good highlight to start it off with. And you can see what I mean. He's a bit Jeremy Doku-esque. Not the fact that he's just young and Belgium and he's a quick winger, but just the way he plays, the way he uses his pace and gets past players. Here he is on the ball at the bottom of the screen here, number 11, skips past his man with absolute ease. And I mean, these are the type of goals that you used to be seeing Leon Bailey score for Leverkusen before he signed for Villa. An absolute rocket from the edge of the box every single time. And look at this. I mean, 3 defenders around him and he just doesn't even care. Again, uses his pace expertly there to get past his man. Again, I mean, the defenders literally don't have a chance against him. You watch these highlights and I just think this is the exact type of player that Aston Villa need. A nice right-footed goal there as well. And here he is again on the ball. Bang, turn, right-footed finish into the bottom corner. We love that. I mean, he just, look at that, sending 2 defenders for absolute hot dogs there. And here he is picking up the ball out wide. I mean, that is a fantastic finish. You wouldn't think to go near post from there. But I just want to point out, you're going to see in this clip, in these clips rather, plural, left foot, right foot, good night. It doesn't matter what foot he is shooting with. He's very 2-footed. Again, there, an absolutely brilliant bit of skill to get past him. Man loves that little dink over the top of a defender. And you think about some of the defenders in the Premier League, some of the left backs, I think he might have a little bit of fun in the Premier League toying with players like that. You've seen what Jeremy Doku does to defenders in the league as well. Here he is, a bit defensively there. Nice little nick in and a good ball into the middle. But you can see the pace. You can see the directness. You can see the clear finishing ability. He has such an eye for a goal. Obviously, assists didn't come this season, but they will come. Left foot, right foot. Like I say, it's always very good to have a 2-footed player, which means that he can, if we need to, probably do a job filling in on the left-hand side of our attack as well as the right-hand side. But I just like the directness of him. I like the pace of him. Here again, you're going to see him just absolutely skim players. They can't get close to him. Here you go, 2 defenders. See you later. Why don't you 2 just take each other out and let me go right through on goal? And that is an absolutely beautiful assist for his teammate. Here again, gets past 1 defender. The other defender, you can see they don't want to commit because he's just going to do that and get right past you. And when he gets going, trust me, you can't stop him. He is way, way too quick. And this is a transfer I personally will be very, look at that, another good finish at the near post, very, very excited for if we could get it over the line. Ultimately, the question always remains at the end of these videos, would I want Aston Villa to sign JOHAN Bakayoko? Let me just have a think about this one. 22 years old. Pace, skill, direct, eye for a goal, both footed, can actually cross a ball. Yeah, there was a reason I put him in my dream transfer window. I think that he is absolutely sensational and I would love to see him at Villa next season. Get the deal done, Monchi, please. Although we are linked with another winger from the Eredivisie as well that we're going to be looking at very, very shortly on the channel as well. So again, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss a thing. And also comment down below, what do you think? Would you take JOHAN Bakayoko at Aston Villa?